Welcome in, everybody. Hi there. I'm just going to share this to my socials. So welcome. Happy Thursday. What? Hi there. Sorry for my reach. Oh. Thank you for joining. We will get started very shortly, so thank you for coming in. Welcome in, everybody. Hi there. Hey, Christy, welcome. Happy Thursday. It is freezing outside, isn't it? We will get started just a moment. Okay, we got that shared, so thank you for joining. I got glue on my sweater. Oh, I'm just putting my Cricut machine away for the night. Hi there, we'll get started shortly. Just give it another minute and then we will go ahead and get started. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining live here on YouTube. This will also be saved here where you can access it at any time, and it will be in the Christmas and a Very Merry Makers Weekend 2025 playlist, or you can just simply click the live tab. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So tonight we are making a snowman magnet or ornament. It's completely up to you. I'm doing it as a magnet, but you can easily add string to the back and make it a beautiful ornament. So we are using a Very Merry Makers Weekend 2025 mini flower bundle. And this is template number 6 and petal number 1. So we're going to cut that in our white paper. I'm using Nina Bright White or Astro Bright's White. You only need to cut 4 of them, a petal 1 at 4.45 inches wide. You type in that width, the height automatically adjusts. So because we're making additional flowers with my mini flower bundle, you do need to set up the project. So I just simply insert a line or a rectangle and I make it really skinny, the rectangle to be a line. I enter today's date, which is December 11th, 2025, and I label it Snowman in my project. All of my template 6 flowers are within one project in my machine's design space. The carrot nose is available in the PhotoFabPaperFlower Makers group, and I do have it linked in the description below. You need 1 of them at 0.64 inches wide by 0.24 inches high, and it's over here. You need 6 circles at 0.15. So you just insert a shape into your machine's design space. The lashes are also available in the PhotoFabPaperFlower Makers group, and it is linked in the description as well. I will add the sizes when we're done. So again, these lashes are available in my makers group on Facebook. Cut 1 set at 1.2 inches wide by 0.23. If you don't want to make a female, you can make both. You just need 2 circles at 0.24 for the eyes. Okay. So again, the carrot nose and the lashes are available in the Paper Flower Makers group on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, you can just click the link and download the PNG files. Okay. They have been there, so we're just reusing our files that we have. So super duper fun. What do we need to make our beautiful snowman or snow woman? I'm going to use a piece of 18 gauge floral stem wire. We're using, I think these are Dollar Tree. Maybe not. These might be Joann or Michael's 1.3 inch foam balls, styrofoam balls. So we just need one. Now I'm using the smallest piercing scoring tool, and that's just to help pick up my items. Not necessarily a tool that you need. Because I'm not very handy with the tweezers. I do have craft tweezers out, but I actually work better with my fingers, my nails, and that tool. We do need our metal ball stylus. They come in a set of 4. We're using a fairly large one. We need our red, only the red dowel rod, 5/16. And these are color coded, so if you do need any tools, I do offer them in my Etsy shop. And like I mentioned, we can use some craft tweezers. Our flower shaping mat, my SureBonder mini glue gun, and I like to use the 8-inch Gorilla Glue sticks. This comes in handy because it does fold up. I do have a piece of scratch paper just because of the faux snow that we're going to be adding to our snowflake pattern here. So I keep mine in a container. I have a whole bunch of these packets of snow, and I believe these are from Dollar Tree. I have tons from last year or years before. I just keep them all in a bin. And my little bin goes in here. So you can see these are just the shoe bins from Dollar Tree. And I keep my faux snow, and then I keep my canister. So welcome. Hope everybody's having a great day. So the first thing we're going to do is I like to put down this piece of scratch paper, copy paper. We're going to take our piece of 18 gauge floral stem wire. We're going to poke it into our styrofoam ball. We're going to open our lid. Open our lid, Julie. And we're going to add glue all over the styrofoam ball. You are going to leave the bottom just as is. You don't need to cover it because that's going to be glued into your flower. Okay, so I'm going to fold up my stand. I go across the top. Oops. Just watch your fingers. Come down the one side, and we're just going to work very fast because Gorilla Glue dries fast. And we need to get our faux snow on there. When you think you have enough, you're just going to hold it over your, or dump some faux snow all over your ball. So we're making it into a snowball. Just pat it on. So you just want to make sure it covers a lot of it. This is gonna, you can actually, if you don't want to make a face, you don't have to. You can literally just add the snow and it'll be a snowball. Looks like a pretty little snowball. So again, my faux snow I get at Dollar Tree. So I'm just gonna place that on the lid here until we need it. Okay, our next step is, I did cut more than I needed. Sometimes white paper and me do not get along. So I'm just gonna look for the 4 best. That's how we're rolling tonight. So you only need 4. Again, this is Petal 1, a Very Merry Makers Mini Flower Bundle 2025. This is template 6. So you saw my friend Forever Petals by V make large snowflake flowers with the large template that's available in her Etsy shop. So we made the mini flowers, but we made some traditional flowers. I can't even show you because mine are now in an arrangement for my client. But we're going to make our snowflakes today, okay? So we have only 4 of them. Again, we went through the sizes. I will add them to the description. So I'm going to take 2 of them at a time. Take your red 5/16 inch dowel rod. You can use the 12-inch or the 6-inch wood dowels. It doesn't matter. Place it down in the middle of the petal. Pinch it up with your thumb and roll it between your fingers. So it's going to get a slight curl. It doesn't need to be super duper curl. That's why we're using one of the larger dowel rods, because we're going to add faux snow and we're making a snowman or a snow woman. Okay, fold it up. Okay. So we're going to do that again for the next 2. This is not a hard flower to make at all. These would be pretty, again, even if you didn't want to put the faces on them, just adding the snowballs in the center. Pinch up, and we're just rolling it with our 5/16 red dowel rod. Pinch it up and around. Roll it between your fingers. Pinch up and roll. Okay? And that's it for the dowel rod. That's simple. Our next step is to add the faux snow to our petals. Okay? So one of them we're going to add glue on both sides, just because those petals are sticking pretty straight up. So it doesn't matter if you start with your first one or do your last one. So what I did fold up my stand, and you're going to, I start at the bottom and just kind of follow the shape of the petal, but very fast. And I was doing 2 at a time. Oops. So quickly add your glue. I know it's probably hard to see. Get that faux snow on there, and then I flip it over and tap it. And it highlights, it's kind of hard to see, highlights the shape. And we're going to do that again. So I kind of start at the bottom and I just line the glue, follow the edge, go up to that tip, come down the opposite side, and I try and quickly do 2 petals. Sometimes 3 if I'm brave. So I just outline along the edge of the petal. And quickly dump your snow on there. And again, this faux snow is from Dollar Tree. And I like to put the paper there because then you can just dump it back in. Okay, so we have one more petal here. So again, I trace the outline of the petal, go up to the little dot, come down the opposite side. Dump your glue on, press, and then tap it off. Okay, so for one, again, like I mentioned, one of the petals, you're going to add it to both sides. So we'll just do our first one, flip it over, and now we're going to trace the back side. So only one of them do you need to do both sides. So again, I trace the shape with my hot glue gun. So you do want to use your mini glue gun. I don't know if you can see it better when it's on the white. Dump some snow and tap it off. Now, if you're brave, you can use glitter. I do have a lot of glitter all over my craft room right now from my client order for Christmas. A lot of my artificial greenery had glitter on it. My hands were covered in it last night. So look how pretty it makes it. Okay, and we're just gonna do that. So one petal, you do both sides. Trace it around. Try not to think too much about it. You don't have to be perfect, as you can see. Okay, that's the underside. So again, one petal, you're doing both sides. I'm just going to sit them right here on my lid. So this is the one we did both sides. We already did our center snowball. So thank you for joining. We are making a snowman using a Very Merry Makers Weekend 2025 mini flower bundle. We like to continue to use our templates to create gorgeous flowers. And this is template 6. So again, I'm just tracing after you roll because you want to get that shape first. We're just adding some glue. I do usually 2 petals at a time. Dump some snow on, make sure you tap it on, and then tap the back. How's that for a description? Okay, and we're just going to continue. And there's only 4 layers in our center, so it's not hard. Hardest part for me is putting the face on. Not having a steady hand. Okay, so it's just highlighting the shape of the petal that my friend Forever Petals by V designed, the large petal, so we make it into mini flowers. Now we had made something similar with the feather design from my Christmas mini flower bundle. So I thought this one is perfect for a snowman because of the shape, very snowflake-ish. So again, 3 petals are just getting glue on one side. You quickly add your faux snow. You can see I dump a bunch on and then just tap it off. So it will attach to that glue. Okay. And this petal only has 5 petals, this design. It is so windy and cold here in Pennsylvania. How is it where you are? Let me know in the comments. Welcome in. It's like 30-mile-per-hour winds and in the 20s. It is cold. Okay, so we're just tracing the shape. Okay, we just have one more. This is a super easy one, super fun. Again, you can make these into ornaments or magnets, completely up to you. So I do need another glue stick. Hi, Maria. Welcome in. And we're going to trace the shape of the petal. So again, I like to do 2 petals at a time. So again, just tracing it with your glue. Quickly dump some faux snow on and tap it off. These are great little gifts because they can keep the magnets up through the winter season. I guess my friends in the warmer climates, you could actually use like a sand color for a sand snowman. We'll have to try that. Like a glitter that is sand color. We're just tracing that petal shape, and then you add some snow, flip it over, and tap it off. Okay, so 3 petals, you just do the front, and you can see how I trace them, and it just highlights the shape of the entire petal. And then our 4th one, you do it on both sides. So I usually do this one first. We already added glue all over our styrofoam ball. Except for, I'm just adding a little bit more on the bottom. You want to leave the bottom just as the styrofoam. Okay. Now the snow does get everywhere, friends. But what's nice is you just take your sheet of extra paper and dump that snow back in. And then we put the lid on. All right, we're going to bring in our flower shaping mats. So we're going to lay out layers 1, 2, and 3 on our flower shaping mat. We're going to take our metal ball stylus. Layer 1, we're not going to roll the center. Layer 2, you're going to roll right where the petals meet the base, just to lift them up. And layer 3. These are all the same size. Like I mentioned, assembling is super duper fast. Add some glue to the bottom in that middle circle. Okay. Looking at your top 2 petals, bring your petal straight down in between and press. Okay, we're going to rotate it. Add glue to the bottom. Look at your top 2 petals, look at your petal and bring it straight down in between and press. Now you can use your metal ball stylus to make sure it is secure. Now you can always dump it out. This is the one petal where you added faux both sides. You're going to roll right where the petals meet the base to lift it up. We're going to remove our snowball from our piece of 18 gauge floral stem wire. And we are going to glue that in there. So I'm going to add some glue on right on the bottom. Let it catch. And we're going to pop it in the center here. Bring it straight down, Julie. Probably the hardest part. Now I am going to fold these out a little, and we're going to add some glue at the bottom to make sure. Ooh, it's super duper hot. Watch your fingers, but you do want to make sure it is secure there. I'm going to add some glue. Ooh, that's hot. Fold them up. Ooh. Okay. Again, it's really hot in the bottom because I added a lot of glue. So we're just going to add some just to make sure these stay secure. So I fold up and then I fold up. So then we have one more. Get a little bit of glue at the bottom. Ooh, 65. That's cool for you, Jeanette. And now we're going to add glue directly here. And we're going to look at our top 2 petals, look at any petal and bring it straight down in between and press. And like I mentioned, you can just do this as a beautiful ornament if you wanted to. You just need to cut a circle and attach some string. But we're going to make it a snowman or woman. Now, this is the hardest part for me. I don't have a steady hand at all, as we know. So we're going to add the lashes first, I think. Now, to get the glue right on there, I do use hot glue, so just be careful. I am going to have to go off camera, so I need to see it really close. I get it along the bottom. Oh, it's so hard to see. You can use craft tweezers like I mentioned. I am not good with them. Now I use the Cricut Premium Fine Cut Blade and Recollections black paper for this. You do need a good quality black paper. Just watch your fingers. I try and keep the glue along the bottom curve. And this is where I do use my tools. And these lashes are in the makers group. I went through everything in the beginning, and it is in the description. I will add the sizes though. Yeah, this one I didn't get enough glue. Hardest part. For sure. Oh, she's so cute. Now for my carrot, I just use Recollections orange that I had cut from an earlier project. I just keep my little scraps. I did add a little bit of ground espresso to highlight the shape. And I didn't even add any ink to my finger dabber because it already had some on. And it just highlights the shape of it. And you'll see it once we add it. And I just add the glue to the larger end, a dot of glue. And you can use your craft tweezers. Like I mentioned, I'm not good with them. They are here. Sometimes with, well, I will use them with my 6 little buttons, which are, or circles, which are our mouth. Okay, you add glue, and then we're just going to make the coal mouth. Hi, Vanessa. So you can see I pick them up with my fingers, and then I put it on the tweezers. Add a dot of glue and very carefully pop it on there. And we're using a Very Merry Makers Weekend 2025 mini flower bundle template 6. And this is petal number 1. The lashes and the nose are in the makers group. We did use them before, though it's an older file in there, just search. I do have it linked in the description. You can add 5 or 6, whichever you choose. You can see I don't make it totally even. I'll show you my first one. Each of them have their own unique personality for sure. It's her lashes I just love. I do like the inking around the carrot nose. And I always cut extra dots just in case, because what if you sneeze? You know, that will happen, friends. 4, 5. And I always cut extra lashes. So I just add some glue to my circle. And there we have our little snowman. Like I said, it's not very hard. We can glue a magnet. Let me see if I have any. Now I do reuse mine when I rip apart other projects. So here's my first one and my second one. This one, the nose went down. This one's over to the side more. It's just so cute. So just take your magnet. These are from, I get them on Amazon. They're super duper strong. I add some hot glue and we just pop it in the center there. So we'll just go get another magnet and then they were done. These were all from samples that I made previously of other flowers. So. And oh my gosh, look how cute. Doesn't she just make you want to smile? Right? Look how adorable. So again, we just popped on a magnet on the back. And there you have a cute snowflake, snowman, girl. You can, again, you can use dots if you just want to make a boy. But I like the lashes. You can, again, you can make these into ornaments. You just add a string and a circle. Okay, so I'll just show you the sizes. Again, the nose, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. The nose, carrot nose, and the lashes are in the makers group, and they're linked in the description. I'll add your sizes. But that's tonight's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you, whether you're watching here live or in replay. Liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I truly do appreciate it as we navigate our way in the world of YouTube from where we used to go live on Facebook. So I know it is a big change for all of us, but I thank you for joining tonight and supporting me and hanging out. And I hope I can inspire you to make a paper flower, whether it's a fun ornament or just a traditional gorgeous flower this weekend. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, a healthy one, a creative one, and a fun one. Have a little bit of fun. And good luck shopping if you're out there shopping in this Christmas season and Hanukkah season. So I wish you happy holidays, and we'll be back live again, I think, next Tuesday. I do need to look at the schedule that is posted on Facebook. But be sure to follow along, so make sure you get... Thank you so much, Jeanette. To make sure you don't miss all the fun here at PhotoFabPaperFlowers. And I am Julie, and we will talk soon, my friends. Bye.